I will present to you Ms. Tamy Mann.
Wow, a lot of great people to come past behind, so I hope I do well. Thank you so much for being here. It's such an honor and a great privilege to be here to honor Dr. Martin Luther King and to be a part of this wonderful program today. My hope as a person and as a leader of the agency in this community is that we work together, supporting one another each and every day, and show the world how it's done. When I was thinking about our theme today, we are all one race, the human race, a song came to my mind. In 1968, a band named Three Dog Night released a song named One. And by 1969, side note, it was the #5 song on the Billboard Top 100 chart. The first line of the song says, "One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do." While that sentiment might be true for to sell love songs, one is in reality not a lonely number, but a powerful number. In oneness, there is power.
Yes.
Being one does not always mean being the same, nor should it be the same. In Dr. King's words, unity has never meant uniformity. We can be diverse, but we can still be one community.
Yes. Amen.
Our country was built on diversity. People from all races, all different kinds of background, and all people living together here as one. People who love arts, who love science. It's people that can build rocket ships or build a log cabin. It's people that become teachers and our daycare workers that work with our youth and help guide our youth today. Or people that become advocates to help domestic and sexual violence survivors. Or the counselors that help each person through their individual trauma. We are all important part of one race, the human race. If you are a cook, think about making a cake. A cake has many ingredients, not just one, but a blend of ingredients to make it a success. Our community is a recipe for success because of our many differences here in the Allegheny Highlands. Because we have rural parts of our community, we have business owners, counselors, tradesmen, law enforcement, pastors, and historians, all who play an important part of our community, our one community. The power of one can be seen through many examples. Dr. King was one man who started a very powerful movement in this country. Rosa Parks was one woman who took a stand for human rights. And she said, "I believe there is only one race, the human race." When I worked in Radford at the Commonwealth Attorney's Office in Radford, the race was decided by one vote. Just one vote. At SafeHome, one phone call has saved a life. It is only when each of us work together as one that the problems are solved and progress forward is made. When we work as one town, one community, one state, one nation, one race, the human race, we see great things happen. Our community working as one made lives better after the 2016 floods here in the Allegheny Highlands and also to our neighbors in West Virginia. Our country worked together after the floods in Texas and Florida, and who helped thousands of people. People coming together in a time of need to help one another. Every day I see support of our community, of SafeHome in our community, every single day. The support that our community to combat a common enemy, domestic and sexual violence, makes a significant difference in the lives of families in our community affected by that violence. When bad things happen, we don't look at things like race, gender, and age. Floods, fires, blizzards, they don't care where we live, what we look like, or who we are. It happens to us when it hits, all of us. And unfortunately, crime like domestic violence, sexual violence, and murder know no limits. No age, no race, no gender. It can and does affect everyone. Substance abuse is growing as the #1 problem epidemic in our country. Drug dealers don't care who you are. They only see color. The only color that they see is green, the color of money. When we unite as one, we can begin to change and improve our country. Change doesn't always come as quickly as we would like it to, and change comes with challenges. But we can and must come together when confronted with racism, sexism, violence, whether it's domestic violence or sexual violence, or other violence and hatred that we see in our community, and be willing to unite as one to be part of the change, a positive change. We are responsible to our community to be intentional about the choices that we make. Dr. Martin Luther King lived his life to encourage us to make good choices. Generosity versus selfishness, peace versus violence, service versus self-centeredness, creativity versus chaos, love versus hate, change versus stagnation, education versus ignorance, and action versus apathy. It is now up to us to follow the example of Dr. King and make these positive changes. In his words, the time is always right to do what is right. The time is now. We must go by these words and do what is right as a community. Our country was founded on diversity. People from all nations came here to begin new things, to right old wrongs. Our Constitution begins with we the people. It names us, one people in our nation. It also protects our diversity to be unique and have different ideas. But it is the power of one. It is the one people, the one community, the one country that made us a world superpower. Dr. King said it well when he said, we may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now.
Same boat, yeah.
Our country is the place that everyone wants to be in because anyone with an idea, an inspiration, or a dream can come here and make it a reality. And when we come together as one, nothing is impossible. As it says in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our United States of America, we are one nation. And we act as one nation, and when we act as one nation, our country is indivisible. Just as our kids fight as siblings, we don't always agree, but just like every family, when we're under attack, we stick together and we become one. It is one family, one community, one race, the human race, that makes us powerful and indivisible by hatred, racism, crime, domestic or sexual violence, or any other force that tries to come between us. Quoting Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. again, I like his quotes, it really boils down to this, that all life is interrelated. We are all caught in an inescapable network of mutuality tied into a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one destiny affects all indirectly. So back to the song that I mentioned earlier from Three Dog Night. One is the loneliest number if we choose to make it that way. But when we take guidance from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and ask ourselves, where do we go from here? What will you choose? What will each of you choose? I choose community. We choose community. We can and should choose to make it together by being one community, one race, the human race. We can and will move mountains and show the world that this community right here in the Allegheny Highlands is one, and is the example that all should live by each and every day. Thank you.